Well, hello there again. Thank you so much for coming to my second or first, I'm not sure the order of these videos, will be coming up. So welcome to this haul video. These are not very common videos. Well, actually, these are not at all common videos in my channel. I've never done haul videos, so hopefully you enjoy this one. As a humble modeler, there is not much that we can do sometimes, but we must go to the promised land and we must spend our money. And where am I talking about? Well, I am talking about Japan, of course. I'll show you what I got from my little visit to a Wonder Festival. Yes, I went to Wonder Festival this year because that was one of the two reasons that I went back to Japan, actually third. The first reason was to visit friends. Second reason was to go to WonderFest. And third reason was because I wanted my Japan redo. Now that I got to do all the things, now I get to come back and tell you what I did and what I bought and how much my wallet is crying and how much my bank is happy right now. I'm only gonna show you what I bought. I will be doing a video specifically talking about WonderFest in its own dedicated way. I don't think I should go into it much. I'm just gonna say that if you don't know what Wonder Festival is, it is a event that happens twice a year in Japan, one of several, where all the sculptors go to sell their unpainted garage kits for that day only. So if you're not there, you're fresh out of luck. I will talk more about WonderFest in a future video because I have a lot of things to say, not only about WonderFest, but about garage kits in general. Let me show you now what I got at WonderFest because I'm pretty sure all of you are thinking, oh my god, she's gonna show us what she got at WonderFest. Hold on, this room is small. Even though it looks big, it is very small and it's cluttered and I have a lot of shit. Hold on. These are all the kits that I got. Except for one. I was actually able to find at a ridiculous price at a Surugaya. Now, if you're wondering, oh, yeah, then it doesn't count as a WonderFest kit. Well, it technically was sold at WonderFest, just not this year. But I'll show you that one at the end. For now, this is what I got, and let me start showing you what they are. Tons of boxes. And some baggies because not everybody sells their kits in a box. Sometimes they just sell them to you in a simple bag. Like I said, I would have wanted to get more kits. I just didn't find anything that would interest me. Like this year at WonderFest, like every year the trends change or sometimes it's the same trend, but it exploded, from the year before. And this year, lucky for me, it was filled with garage kits from Asher Lane, Blue Archive, Genshin Impact, and any other fucking gacha game that you could possibly imagine that's extremely popular right now. The event was saturated with these characters that I particularly do not fancy. I don't play gacha games. I think some of the designs are cool, and other than that, it's not something that interests me. And there were just like maybe a couple of Sailor Moon kits, just a couple, literally a couple. I found myself gravitating more towards looking for kits that were original characters, but that they caught my eye like a lot. So even though it's not from any particular series or game or anime, and it's like an original creation from an artist, and I like it, I bought it. It didn't matter the price. I'm gonna show you the first one, okay? The first one is this one. Unfortunately, all I got were these bags, and I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put an image of what the kit looks like here, because it is like, just from looking at the bag, you're like, what the fuck is that? It just looks like a bunch of bones, and that's it. And you're right. I saw this and I thought it was fucking amazing. Like, the design, like there were 4 different elements, I think, that the artist called them. And the one that caught my eye was this one. It's really hard to find male garage kits. And when I do find them, they could either be really, really fucking awesome, or they can be really, really, really boring. And this one, it was awesome. And I was like, for $60 or 67, 60, like it was 10,000 yen. I was like, take it. Take my money. This is a really interesting garage kit. I'm not really sure what his series is called. I'll try to investigate, and if I find anything, I'll put it down on the screen. But I will also link, if the artist has like a Twitter account or a website, I will try to link it or show it with a QR code on screen, so that if you like their work, you can follow them. I'm not sure if they want that, because, you know, foreigners following them, we scare them off. That's all. That's the only thing I can say right now about WonderFest, that we scare them off, being foreigners. That will be a topic, like I said, for another video. Second one that I got, that I was actually like, this is the only kit that I was really looking forward to try and get, because the guy only took like 10 copies. And even though I did message them on Twitter the day before, be like, hey, could it be possible if you could hold a copy for me? Like, I'm gonna be there like really early. He basically said, no, I can't do that. And if you try and do that, you will be kicked out of the event. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So apparently it's against the rules to do that. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. It's just a stupid foreigner, you know, baka gaijin. But anyways, I did, you know, get really early at the door. I was basically like, as soon as I got and started doing the line, I was part of probably the first 100 people that went into the venue. So I was able to get this. And then you're like, what the fuck is it, Leona? Just give us the goods. Okay. If you know, you know. And if you don't, let me tell you, I am a huge, with a capital G, I am a huge Devil May Cry fan. Dante is my husbando, and will always be my husbando. And anything that has to do with Devil May Cry, except Devil May, the atrocity, the blasphemy that was DMC.
Not in a million years.
Or the Devil May Cry 2 video game, which we try to ignore entirely. We try to imagine it never existed. But if it's Devil May Cry 1, 3, 4, and 4-ish, and 5, I'm all over it. Let's rock. When I saw this artist do Sparta, I was like, excuse me, Sparta? Yeah, I was like, yeah, Sparta. So I got me a Sparta garage kit from the artist is called Enamel, and I'll put, again, information and how it looks like right here. This is Dante and Vergil's Daddy-O, and there have never been any figures of him. So I saw it and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm getting that. So it's a simple-ish kit, but again, it is a very fucking amazing kit, an awesome kit, and very extremely detailed kit. And I am going to be very excited for when I get to paint Mr. Sparta. I was very lucky and got to purchase one of the 10 that he took. It was actually the first kit that I ran to try and get. Because I knew that he was probably going to sell out or not. You never know. You never know if the kit that they take that day is going to sell out, or, within minutes, hours, or at the end of the day. It's random. So I'm happy. I'm very happy I got to get, my Sparta kit. And this was the only kit that I bought that I was really like. All the other kits that you're gonna see right now are just kits that I happened to see, and then I was like, I like you, I'll buy you. Now this one is okay, I saw it. Like I said, if I saw something and I liked it, I was like, I'll take you. And especially for the price. The price was, I thought it was cheap, so I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I am not a Genshin Impact fan. Like I said, I am not a gacha fan. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, this looks cool, because I like the colors. The way it was painted I actually packed this myself because I had to ship it out. I couldn't bring this with me in my checked bags because they were full. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to risk it and I'm going to ship the kits to myself. And fortunately, they came and nothing happened. So this, I think I posted it on my Instagram that day. And someone gave me the name. I do not remember it right now off the top of my head. I will put it here on the screen and tell you who it is. Again, I am not a Genshin fan, but when I saw this, I was like, I really like this. Plus, that's how you get to realize, like, that's how you get to see who made them. And this was made by female artists. So the characteristics, the details and all, it was pretty like fine. Like you could tell it's done by a woman. You're gonna know who it is. It's that guy from Genshin. I like the color palette, and it really caught my eye. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is probably from some gacha game that I'm not aware of. And sure enough, as soon as I posted a picture of it on Instagram, everybody was like, oh my God, it's Genshin so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, okay, that, you know, it was a guy. You know, whatever. I got a kit for dirt cheap. Like, I thought it was cheap. It was 12,000 yen. It was like $80. That's the thing. When you go to WonderFest, you get to pay the artist, and you give your money to the artist directly into their hands. Okay? My whole issue with trying to always get original garage kits is that sometimes you want something so badly and everybody wants the same thing you want. Even the scalpers. The event is full of scalpers, and they all go and buy a shit ton of figures just so that they can resell them on Yahoo Japan auctions for 3, 4, 5, even 6 times the original price that they bought it at WonderFest. So that only entices people to not buy them or to go to other means, if you know what I mean. The next kit, this one. Okay, this is not the bag that it came in, but you can guess. This is one of the couple, like there were several Sailor Moon kits, but new Sailor Moon kits, I only saw like 2 of them. So this is technically not mine. This is not a kit I bought. But this is the, let me show you. This is the Sailor Moon kit from Gamma Figure. It's not Gamma, it's Llama Figure. They are actually from Hong Kong, and they traveled to Japan, applied for the license, and got to sell it there. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. Their booth name was Foreigners. Anyways, my friend, the one that I stayed with, she, like I said, is also a very, very big Sailor Moon fan, and she was the one that wanted this kit. So we got there, and she snagged one, because right after I got the Sparta one, we ran over to the other booth, and we saw her, and she still had it in stock. And my friend got all excited. So the reason why it's just like this is the bag that she gave me because she kept the picture, and she kept, all the documents that pertain to the kit, because she was excited, and I'm gonna paint this for her. That's the thing. I'm gonna paint this for her, and she wanted to keep the documentation for her because she got excited. But this is going to be another Sailor Moon project that I'm painting this year, because I had to thank my friend for letting me stay at her place somehow. I was like, let me paint this for you. And she was like, perfect. I got to save money on hotels, and she gets a free painted figure by me. I got this one because it was, when I saw it on Twitter, it was extremely cute. And this was also, as you can see by the packing of the kit, also done by another female artist. I'm sorry, it's late, like I said. It's really cute. It is an adorable little figure. She's tiny, but she has a shit ton of parts. This is Rabbit Chen. So that's how she looks like, but I'm gonna put a picture here so you can see her painted. I thought she was adorable, honestly. She was really adorable, and I'm like, you know what? I don't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was 8,000 yen. I'll put it down in the description. But I was like, yeah, I'm taking you home. So yeah, I took her home with me, and she doesn't feel like the little eye decals, but if you've been here long enough, you know that we don't do decals in this channel. For anything that isn't eyes, we don't do decals because that's how we roll here. Last one from WonderFest. This is actually one that caught my eye the moment I saw a picture of it. Now, you can't really see it because it's like, this is the box that I got from the actual artist. And I was like, whoa, that's big. And he was like, it's to secure it. This is not a regular garage kit. This is actually 3D printed. I'm going to show you a picture of how it looks like. I'm probably going to show the whole image here. Yeah, because she is big. I thought she looked amazing, and I don't know what it was about the sculpture that it's not from, you know, anything in particular. It's just an original character. So I haven't opened this. I'm going to open it right now to see if, one, she arrived intact, two, to see if, you know, the resin that they use to 3D print over there is the same one that I use here. So let's get an exacto. The artist was actually pretty, like, they spoke a little bit of English. So I was like, oh, you speak English. So they did try to communicate with me when I got to their booth. The first thing they almost always ask you is that if you know if it's unpainted, because I guess they don't get a lot of foreigners, you know, at the event, and maybe people that go are not aware that these things are not painted. So I was like, yeah, I know. And I told them, I follow you on Twitter. When I saw you post, you know, a picture of your work, he was like, oh, you follow me? I was like, yeah. And I told him who I was, and he followed me back immediately. I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyways, they were pretty happy that, you know, someone like me was following them. And I was even more surprised that, again, they spoke English. I really, really liked it. Oh, the first thing he asked was that if I know how to work with, you know, 3D printed stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I do. This is not bad. I need to ask him later on if, you know, if I can contact him back and ask him, hey, what type of resin and 3D printer do you use? Because this looks really, really good. Like, I'm impressed. But from the naked eye, it doesn't really have any... No, never mind. I do see them. Okay. Yeah, you can see the print lines, but they're very, very, very faint. But this is basically how it is. You know, I did see a lot of 3D printed kits now at WonderFest, and they were actually just 3D printed. They weren't casted. So I'm like, huh. Oh, I guess, you know, for those of you that want to, for those artists that want to sell just the 3D print stuff without having to go through all the hassle of, you know, processing the prints, sending, you know, working on the master, sending it to have it casted, and then, you know, make copies of it. I guess it's, you know, it's a good outlet. I'm not going to fully open this because this is not really an unboxing of this kit. I just wanted to see how it looked and felt. So now that my curiosity is satisfied, I will put this away. And the last one, the last kit I got. So it is an old kit. Honestly, it wasn't on my radar. Like, it's been years since I saw that series, but I was like, hey. Oh, by the way, the artist also gave me like a little sticker as a present, like as a gift when I bought his kit. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. So yeah, definitely follow him if you want. He speaks English. So if you try to communicate with him, I'm pretty sure he's gonna, you know, message you back. This is Barnaby Brooks Jr. I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably are familiar with Tiger and Bunny. Like I said, this kit was not on my radar. I was browsing through the display case at one of the Surugayas that I ended up, you know, walking by. I saw, like, I couldn't even see, like, this was covered. All I could see was, like, the label here, and it had the price. I thought I read the label wrong, and then I saw that it said 880 yen? that's $5. What? It's $5 for a kit? And then I, good old my figure collection, which I have a love-hate relation, or better yet, they have a love-hate relationship with me. Story for another time. I checked out the picture and I was like, hey, it's a male kit. It's Barnaby Brooks. Why not? So basically, what happened was I went there and I asked them, hey, I want this kit. The girl was like, oh, it's C grade. And I was like, what does that mean? And then they said, oh, we haven't checked the parts. And I think there's no instruction manual. And I was like, sure, I'll risk it. No instruction manual. I mean, I've dealt with worse. I opened it up. Everything, like the bags are not even open. It's completely sealed. The kit was sealed, and I was like, they didn't check that. I got a kind of rare kit for $5. I was like, hell yeah. So yeah, one of these days, he will be painted. Maybe. You're probably wondering, Leona, you already have more than 150. You lost count after kit 150 in your closet. When are you gonna paint all these new kits? And I will say, well, I hopefully now have a much longer lifespan after what happened in the last 2 years. So I have a lot of time to paint them. I don't know when. Hopefully before I die. And hopefully that will be years from now. So when I will paint all this, except the Sailor Moon one, I do not know. Anyways, that was my haul video, part 1 or part 2, depending on when this is uploaded. I did film a lot of stuff at WonderFest. I did take a lot of pictures and I posted them all over on Facebook because it's the only place where I can upload more than 10 pictures instead of Instagram. So head on over to my Facebook and check out all the pictures that I took of all the kits. I will post a video with footage of WonderFest. It's not gonna be like soon, but I will be making a video of this hopefully this year because I need to have a lot of research done before I do anything. I need to do a lot of research. I need to speak to several people. But for now, if you haven't checked out my vlog video, you should probably go. If it hasn't been uploaded yet, then these videos went up first. So I'm not sure what the order of everything is gonna be because I've never done anything like this. So you can just wait for it, or you can just, come back in a month or two and you'll see all the videos then. All right, till next time, resin monkeys. I'm still jet lagged. Even though it's like 8 o'clock, I feel like shit. It's been a week. Jet lag is still bad. But anyways, I'll see you then. And I need to get back to work now. So, goodbye.